This tutorials will get you started using Nearpod, a student engagement platform. So as I said, Nearpod is a student engagement platform which allows you to teach your learners, to assess their learning and to connect with your learners online. What's the purpose of Nearpod? The concept is simple. A teacher can create presentations that contains quizzes, polls, videos, images, drawing boards, web content. And learners can engage live with the teacher or they can do it self-paced themselves. So it's very useful. Okay, so how it does that is it combines three things. It combines slides, which you'd probably have made already, like your PowerPoint or Adobe files. Then multimedia elements, so letting put in videos, polls, a live Twitter feed are some of the options available. And then the assessment tools, so you have loads of options for that, for quizzes and different things built into Nearpod. Okay, so you create your presentation, you share it with your students either in real time, so that means while you're in a live class or if they're in the classroom in front of you, your student interacts and they submit the responses, which comes up straight away and you can monitor and measure the results. So that's when you're doing a live class. But you can also set it as homework where the learner can work through it at their own pace and answer the questions, and they will all be fed back to you as well through the Nearpod platform. Okay, so on the handouts I'm going to give you, you can watch this video. I won't do it here now, it's just showing you Nearpod. Okay, so as I mentioned already, there's two types of classes. There's the live class, which is hosted by the educator, either live in class or in the classroom. So either through a Teams meeting online or in the classroom, or self-paced learners can complete in their own time, in their own pace. Okay, so how does it work? So you, once your lesson is prepared, you launch it, give a code to the learners, or you can embed it in Microsoft Teams. I'll be doing an additional tutorial on how to do that. And teachers get feedback. If it's a live class, you'll get it straight away, and if it's at the learner's own pace, as soon as the learner has finished it, you will get notified. Okay, so how can learners do a self-pace in Nearpod at home? They can open any web browser on any device. It really will work on a mobile phone, any tablet, computer, laptop, doesn't matter, it'll work. Enter the code, or you can provide a link built into Microsoft Teams for them just to access from there. Okay, so there's some resources there. Again, I will leave the PowerPoint files available for you after this video. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to actually use the software now. So first of all, you will sign up for free. You will click sign up with Office 365, which is your LWE2B email address. I'm going to use one I haven't done before. Okay. Okay. So then you'll just have to click accept on the permissions that it requests. And sign up. Okay. So as you can see, this is a brand new account. I haven't done anything in here so far. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own lesson. So I just click lesson in Nearpod. And I'm going to upload a set of PowerPoints that I already have for my class. So I'll just find those there. So it takes a few seconds to come in, depending on the speed of your internet. Depending on how long your presentation is, will depend how long it takes for it to be processed. So here we go. Now that's just my lesson there. So I'm just going to go to save and exit, and it's still processing. So I'll have to wait another few minutes. In the meantime, I can label it. So I'm just going to call it consumer rights. Okay, and the grades, I'll put it to other, and subject, I'll put it to other as well, and save and exit. Okay, so it's just saving away there. When it's complete, you'll be notified. So there we go, retailing and the consumer. So I'm not ready to run it with my students yet, so I'm just going to go into edit, and I want to make a few more changes in here. So all I've done so far is brought in a PowerPoint that I had already created. So after what is a consumer, I'm going to add a slide. So I just right click on it, add a slide, and I'm going to add an activity, and I'm just going to add in a quiz. So a consumer is a person who buys goods and uses services, and I want them to answer true or false, and then we just tick to say that's the correct answer. I could continue adding questions. I could put videos in there. I could copy a question. I can delete a question. I'm just going to just put the one question in. So we'll go to save. Okay, and there you go. You can see it pops in there. Okay. Now, I'm also going to put another little question in here. So I'm just going to right click again, add slide, add activity, and this time I'm going to put it as a matching pair. So this is just where you have to match things together. So in the instructions, match the picture to the text, and I'm going to add a pair. So I'm going to add an image, and I'm going to search for shoes. Okay, and I'll just pick any of these. Okay, it didn't work for me. We'll try again. Try a different pair. Ah, that worked. Okay. You went to Aldi for milk and you purchased these shoes. Okay, this mightn't make sense for a quiz, but it's just an example. We just go down. Okay, so we would continue to do that. So maybe if you're using it as an English language class, you could put something like a house and put a picture of a house, and you would say house. Okay, and you'd continue to do that, and you can preview it to see what it looks like. So there you go. So you'd match up with whatever you wanted. So again, you'd have to have the questions prepared in advance. Okay, and this is what the student would get up when they try and run it. So we go to save. And again, you'll see it's gone in there and it's a matching pair. This time I'm going to add a video. So I'm going to add a slide and I'm going to add content and I am going to add a video. Okay, so I'm going to put one in for Consumer Association. See if anything comes up. So there we go. There's Consumer Association of Ireland. So if we save that, then that's a video for the learners to look on. Next, you can add in so I'm right clicking on the slide, I'm adding a slide and I'm adding an activity. So this time I'm going to add a collaborate. And collaborate is just a board similar similar to Padlet. You would only use this really in the live classes, not in the learner paced. So times when things went wrong. Think of a purchase you made that was not very good. Okay, and you pick your background, whatever one you like the look of, and save it. So we can preview it. Okay, so this shows us what it looks like so far. So you're going through your slides, move over and back with the arrows. This is exactly what your student will see. They'll have their little quiz question, which they'll have to answer before they can go any further. Keep going. They do their matching. They go on, they keep going through, they read it. They won't be going at this pace. Here's your video. You just press play on your video. Okay. So you keep going, and then you can just like your Padlet, things went wrong. I bought shoes, the sole came off, I lost my receipt. Shop did not want to know. So there you go. All right. So that just gives you an idea of that. Okay. So if I had a look then and I decided I wanted to add in something else, I just right click wherever I want to add it in. I go to add slide. So I can either add content or an activity. I'm going to add in a fill the blanks activity. So what you do is you get your piece of text and you paste it in here. I'll show you. Okay, so I've just pasted some text in there and I can decide what color I want it, what font. So I like this one. I go to next. Now I move the words out that I want them um, to use. Okay, so they're the blanks I want to fill in. Okay, so if I double click on that there, you can see the words are one side and the text is the other one. If we go to done, okay, so that's fill in the blank. There are loads of different activities when you right click add activity. So you could just go through them. If you want to try out time to climb, it's game based, so it looks like a game when they're playing it. So this is the final one I will show you. So you type your question. Okay, just keep adding your questions. Okay, and we just save it. I'll have to add in this third question because I clicked on it. Okay, so I've decided now that I just want to get rid of some slides. So if I just right click on them and delete, right click, delete. Okay, and that's it. So you can make any changes. You cannot make any changes to the text that you've imported. So make sure your PowerPoint is right before you bring it in. So we go save and close. You can delete full slides, but you cannot edit the text on the slide. So finally, I just want to show you how to run it with your class. If you go to live lesson, this is while you're in the class, just get the students to go to join.nearpod.com and put in that code. Okay, and then it'll be live.